Welcome, friends, to Small Claims. Each week, we'll journey into the ever chaotic, always entertaining world of the 2025-2026 council season. At the center of it all is our commissioner, Dan Marks, part referee, part ringmaster, and the man tasked with keeping this unpredictable league from spiraling into total madness. Then there's me, Kartik Reddy, longtime competitor, perennial bridesmaid, and a seasoned skeptic when it comes to my own luck in this league. Together, we'll untangle the wins, the blunders, and the rivalries that keep us coming back week after week. No more stalling. Let's make our claims. Gentlemen and Emmett, we've hit week 12, the point in the fantasy season where dreams are made, hearts are broken, and waiver wire mistakes finally come home to roost. I've finally resurfaced after my big work presentation, blinking in the sunlight like a man who's been underwater for 3 weeks straight. Dan, meanwhile, continues to run his job on autopilot. At this point, his Outlook calendar is basically sentient. And of course, the independent stays busy taking shots at the proud owners of small claims. Not that they can hear us from all the way down there. As we enter the final stretch, expect the following: desperate trades and playoff math, injury roulette, chaos lineups galore. Strap in. Week 12 is where legends are made, pretenders are exposed, and small claims continue to strong bid for most improved next year. Let's ride. Dan, how are you?
I'm good. To your point, I don't take work as seriously. I'm just trying to get things done, trying to interview at other companies, and yeah. How did your presentation go?
So for those that don't know, at my job, going from the role that I'm at now to go to the next role, we have to give a value prop presentation. So who are we? What's the market we're going to play in? What's the market size? What's in our sales pipeline? What do we have in revenue and all this kind of nonsense? Things that are part of sales that maybe other people understand, that Dan probably understands, but shit that I don't really want to fucking deal with. But it sounds like it went kind of fine. I was able to do my pitch straight through, no notes. So 5 minutes, boom, speech. And then, Steve knows how I do speeches. Everyone knows how I do speeches. Lock that shit up. Then the questions were pretty much softballs all around, so I could not figure out what the fuck was going on. So got some general market questions, and then they just said, "Okay, thanks, Kartik," and I hung up. So I think it went all right. So now you would think I'm going to learn about what's going on maybe in a month or two. I will find out in April.
Nice.
So just going to wait this sucker out.
Crazy amount of time.
Yeah. So year end is kind of in January, February. They make decisions around there. They wait till the fiscal year ends, and then they tell everybody about promotions. But what's funny, they will rate me based on my new role if I'm promoted beginning in January. So that's a bitch.
Yeah.
Because when we think about sales and things like that, we're not thinking about the same as a manager versus a senior manager. So it's a bit odd, but it is what it is. But thank you for asking.
So you're going to be Mr. Senior Manager.
We just
say senior manager.
We only say senior manager. We just say senior manager. We're not like these clowns from the independent that just can't really articulate their name, like Mr. Manager. Just fucking say manager. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. You would think now I have a lot of free time. Nope. With the full-time client I have, picked up a part-time client. That's how we do it. Now, enough about work. Just want to kind of just throw this out there too. With the World Cup coming around, kind of noticed a few different things. I was just mentioning it, Dan, before we started. Ireland has made the World Cup for the first time after missing, I think, the last two.
Nice.
Scotland has qualified yesterday, and that's the first time in a very long time. And Curacao has smallest country to ever make it. I will say, though, I believe the Faroe Islands were very close to qualifying as well. And they would have been the smallest country. I'm going to look them up real quick. Did they qualify for the World Cup of Soccer? have not qualified. They finished third in their group.
Well, I do know that we have had some
Damn.
discussions about it. Some of us are thinking about buying some tickets, and the boys are all welcome to come to Philly for a game and crash at my place. So we'll see if we can figure that out.
Yeah. I'll go out after. I won't be at the game. It is nice. Lincoln Financial Field for a soccer game is actually pretty damn nice. I did go. I went. Dan Lauren invited me. Wade, his brother, didn't take a ticket. They offered me the ticket. Went with Dane's family. It was Brighton against Chelsea.
They're Brighton fans.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. Like, I actually had a lot of fun. Didn't expect that. It was a good time. All right, so we're here for the fantasy football season. So we should do a recap of last week, which kind of fucking sucks because I took a fucking loss. We can talk about our matchup first, and then we can just run through everybody else. So, Dan, what happened in our fucking matchup?
Our matchup, I mean, look, it really came down to two things, frankly.
Geno Smith is garbage and fucking can't make any offense work. That's one reason. So then Genti didn't get the ball.
Well, that was somewhat on there, but not necessarily on my list. But you're not wrong. Actually, I put more of the blame on the play calling of the Lions staff. I mean, Kittle and Jamison Williams are back, and they're finally kind of showing up. But on the other side, the Lions, Gibbs needs to get the ball more. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He did. He got a. This. We're gonna go back to it.
He got targeted a lot. He got targeted a lot
the
in receiving because they just kept dumping the ball off. But he's just in general rushing, receiving.
Yeah.
He needs the ball more. The Lions need to make him the focal point of that offense. He's phenomenal.
Totally agree. Obviously, I would obviously agree. It's the first time he ever had over 100 yards receiving, most receiving yards he's had in a single game. And just like I've said in the past, and Steve knows exactly what I'm about to say. Just like Julio Jones. He's always open. Just give him the fucking ball. Like Jahmyr Gibbs. Just give him the ball. I know Jameson Williams there. I know Amon-Ra St. Brown is there. Give the ball to Gibbs.
It's a talent.
That would have been nice.
But to your point, there's no talent. The Raiders fell behind very quickly. So Genti just wasn't used. And between those things, that's ultimately what did you in.
Yeah. And on your side, no one really showed out. It's just kind of.
No, I mean they kind of
Kittle and Jameson Williams.
Kittle had a good game, and Jameson Williams had a good game. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't really leave much on the bench except for Christian Watson. So I know Stephon Diggs had pretty good. I will just want to point out Justin Herbert, 3 points. Anyone wants to trade for him, I will give you $3.
He got concussed in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what he got. His fucking last handful of weeks have been concussed. Look at this. 30 points, 20 points, 17 points, 13 points, 14 points, 18 points. Then an anomaly of 31 points, 25, 27, 14, and 3. He's been concussed.
You know what would have surprised you is that before this week, he had the most points in the quarterback position this season. Granted, I don't understand. He hadn't had his bye week yet. So on average, it might have been a little bit lower. And though now I'm sure Josh Allen is back at first, but
take a quick look at that. Should we? Let me just take a quick look. So what do? I go all players. I go stats, and I go season total. It is Josh Allen and then Drake May. Drake May has not had his bye week. Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford. Quick thing on the Chiefs, because I don't think we're really going to talk about this. 5-5. We talked about this last week that they were still at one point favored and out of the playoff picture.
They were still favored.
Very much out of the playoff picture now. At the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are right now. But they're not making the playoffs.
I don't think they will. No, it's not looking good.
No, that's good.
I mean, there's still a chance, but it's a slim one at this point. They face Indy this week, then Dallas, Houston, the Chargers, Tennessee, Denver. And, I mean, they don't have to win out, but Denver will be a tough matchup. Indy's going to be a tough matchup. Yeah. They have a chance, but it's pretty slim at this point. If they lose even one of these games, I mean, if they lose 2 of these games, it's over.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right. Who do you want to move on to now? We want to talk about. Let's talk about Dan Martin for a second. Actually, Dan Martin's and
all
Mealy.
right.
Mealy, holy shit! So I'm gonna be honest. Didn't look at any of the scores. This is the first time I'm seeing this.
Yes. So,
That is insane.
well, what's crazier about it is that Mealy has Dak Prescott in 2 leagues, and
So just real quick, just
sure.
so I don't know if everyone's looked or anything. The score was 94.72 to 94.62.
Right.
Keep going down.
Yeah, so he won by 0.1 points.
Yeah.
And he almost lost because at the end of the Dallas game, they were kneeling it out.
Yeah.
And if there was one more kneel, he would have lost. In his other league, where he also has Dak, he did lose because of the kneel downs. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he has them in both. But that it's pretty crazy.
Can I just? Did quarterbacks just have a shit game all around?
I mean, Lamar Jackson
I'm looking at the bench
no.
here.
So there's,
Sam Darnold 5 points, 4 picks. Jared Goff 14 points. Jalen Hurts 14 and a half points. And then
go to Daly's team. You'll see that no, not every quarterback had a bad week.
We'll take a look. It was Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, he had did he have 3 rushing touchdowns and 4 touchdowns?
He had 3 passing, 3 rushing. Yeah.
Oh my god! Can I just? Where's Shedeur Sanders?
He's on Martin's bench.
He's not there.
He cut him.
He cut him. Bring him back. He's starting this week.
I missed that.
Let's talk about that fucking nonsense. He's never gotten. I mean, when you have 5 quarterbacks in your team, yeah, obviously he's not going to get first team reps, but that's fucking insane when he's the backup and you're still not giving it to him. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting matchup. Just Quentin Johnston, don't know what. Oh, Josh Herbert got hurt. He didn't play. But he's all have a tough game. He's going to have a tough rest of the season. Tough week for both of them points-wise, but not much else to say, but Mealy survived. Jeez. Good on you, Mealy.
Yeah.
All right, next we got Daly and Hardy, and fuck me, Hardy. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a tough one. 50 points from Josh Allen. We already talked about it. Yeah. And then Henderson put up 3 touchdowns. Tracy. So between the 2 of them, put up half of Sean Daly's points. And if you're Hardy in such a close game, that's so painful, especially because you've got Cook, and every time you watch Allen rush in a touchdown, you're like, well, that could have been mine.
Yeah.
That's with McMillan having his best game of the season and McBride having his best game of the season. So it's really tough. But I think Hardy's still making the playoffs, which is good. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah. But it is still pretty rough when we're in a tight.
Who is the starting quarterback right now for the Panthers?
For the Panthers, it's Bryce Young.
Oh, okay. So Andy Dalton. So he came back. He was just only here for 2 weeks. Okay, that's interesting. And then, not much from their defense, but yeah, I mean, McMillan, great game. Cook, good game. Barkley, tough game.
Well, the Eagles' offense has been having a tough game every week. For so much talent, we've been talking about it all season. It's kind of embarrassing.
To be fair, they're gonna. I'm hard pressed to believe that they're not going to figure that out. And if their defense is just that fucking good, that's a lot of what you need, right? So I think inevitably they'll figure it out in some way. Oh, wow. Tootin hit 13 points. Just want to point that out.
Etienne got hurt, I think, later in the game.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Bo Nix, 12 points. Jesus. Yeah. Stafford, 13. Yeah, quarterback's rough week. Josh Allen took all the points. All right. Well done, Daly. But yeah, Hardy, you're still in the mix, very much so. Let's now talk about.
Talk about him in Fitz. We'll save that one for last.
No.
You want to talk about it now?
Let's move very quickly through Steve, and because we're not going to talk about. Well, let's not talk about what we need and all the other topics we were talking about. Let's just focus on this game And I just want to, we don't even have to really talk. Steve won, Aaron Rodgers 9 points. Steve won 132-67.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Scott's doing. Independent's still garbage. The shots that he took at you, I don't know what he's doing. He was on our show. We had him in our house. We talked to him. We were his friends. God damn. That's like a white man walking to an Indian person's house with his shoes on, just walking in. Can't fucking do that. Dirty motherfucker.
Look, Mr. Manager appeared to have his mind on other things. He seemed to be more engrossed in our great commissioner's flawless execution. And I know what we're all thinking, which is that who cares about freeing A.J. Brown from the Eagles' terrible offense that we were talking about before?
Yeah.
Someone needs to free Jackson Smith and Jigba from this terrible fantasy team because this
Yeah,
talent's
what the
being wasted.
fuck?
And I think that pretty soon we're going to see outside of the Independents' sad, lonely office signs and people
Let's give him a
pressing for freeing JSN.
Yeah, let's get Jackson Smith. I'm not as confident in saying this name. Y'all are way too comfortable. Let's get Jackson Smith on the podcast. Maybe he'll demand a trade, and let's see if Scott will do what he needs to do. Because, like, this is just not okay.
I appreciate the class.
Like this.
I mean, he's got class, right? He's still playing hard every single week, even though he knows that his team can't win.
Yeah.
But it was like Jamar Chase last year. Even without the contract, even without security, he was like, I'm going to prove that I deserve to be one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league. Jackson Smith and Jigba is showing and proving that he deserves to be on one of the best fantasy teams in the league. So, a lot of us are ready for that phone call, Mr. Manager. And, we have plenty of draft picks to give you to waste.
Yeah. And then for Steve, Chris McCaffrey, well done. Etienne, well done. Mark Andrews, well done. Drake London. Hopefully he's not actually hurt, is he?
Well, I don't. Yes, he's doubtful this week, but
Okay.
I don't actually know if
But
Did you see the Mark Andrews touchdown? It was pretty good.
No, I didn't. Oh, the rush?
So they did the fake tush push.
Yeah. So,
And then he did an end around,
Yeah.
and it was like a 40-yard rushing touchdown. It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice.
He became the leading
Receiver all time, yeah.
receiver all time, same day, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, well done. Oh, Steve has Micah Parsons. I did not realize that for someone who
Yep.
snuck that in there and plays him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he say his back is going to give out?
He did. The two Cowboys fans.
Instead, it's his pectoral. Says his pectoral. And he had Pickens on the bench. So well done, Steve. Putting up big numbers. Again, Caleb Williams, 10 points. Aaron Rodgers, 9 points. What the fuck was up with these quarterbacks this week?
Well, speaking
Just
of
weird.
that, you have the last one, which is Emmett, who beat Fitz on the backs of Achan and Robinson.
He's beating his ex-husband.
That's
He
true.
can't even call the cops because he was a cop. It's fucked up, man.
That was good.
Fucked up
That
world
was good.
we live in. Lamar Jackson, 4 points.
Lamar had a
Patrick Mahomes,
terrible
13
game.
points.
You're talking about quarterback play, and then Jacobs got injured. They're saying he won't be out long term, which is good for Fitz. That'd be pretty detrimental to his postseason.
Yeah.
But they're saying he'll probably sit out this week, maybe next week, and then be back.
They're saying there's a chance he might play this week.
I think they're full of shit. I know that they're saying that, but I think they're just saying it. There's no way he plays this week. It's not worth the risk.
Okay. Yeah. Steve says Derrick Henry had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he did.
Chase Brown, pretty good game. Boswell had a pretty good game. He had good points from his bench.
Mm-hmm.
What did Emmett walk away with? Good kicker play. Bijan.
Achan and Bijan had good games. I mean, they continue to be top 5 running backs.
Yeah, Nick Buka. What, you got the flu or some shit?
You want to talk about somebody who's being wasted on a team? Achan is being wasted on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
That guy's got a ton of talent.
Fuck? What's gonna? I mean, they've had run. Raheem Mostert had a great season at one point with them. Achan's having an even better season with them. I don't think Tyreek Hill would make that team better. They need to find a quarterback.
I think at this point they know that Tua is done, and they're just kind of like I think that's the reason McDaniel's been fired, is because I think that they know that Tua's done, and they're just kind of dealing with it.
But why don't you just get rid of your coach and start just unloading contract? Whatever. Oh, the deadline's passed anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolphins are a fucking mess. That entire fucking division, like honestly, the Patriots about to run away with that shit. Oh well, no,
Mm.
sorry, the Bills are there too. But yeah. So I mean, Fitz is back to back losses for Fitz.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, I mean, he comes on the podcast, tells us tanking isn't worth shit, and then boom, starts taking
Well,
L's. Try and tank from
I
the
think
top.
that's a
That's why it
good.
don't work, Fitz. You can't tank from the top.
I think that's a good transition because one of the things I wanted to talk about was there are 3 weeks remaining, and we're seeing something pretty crazy, which is that 5 teams are 7-4. So it's kind of anybody's chance, anybody's race for the end of the season. I went through the last 3 weeks and kind of made my predictions as to what I think the standings are going to end up at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I there are some really key factors, and I kind of wanted to run through, see what you think.
Let's start with the
And
bottom. Who do you
all
think
right,
is going to finish last?
let me think. Martins. I think Martins is going to go
Congratulations,
0 and
Dan
3.
Martin's locked up. Locked up.
Finish
Locked
the
it up.
season 1-13
Locked it
and
up.
call it a day.
You shouldn't have beat me, Martin. You could have gone over 14. You did this to yourself.
To be honest with you, it just keep me up at night that he is the person I play at the very last game of the season. I play him, and he could. I feel like
It
he
doesn't
could be like,
matter. He
"Oh,
wants
Dan
it.
has a chance to finish the season first place."
And he can't go 0 for 13, so who the fuck cares? Throw the shit out the window.
Yeah.
But please, Martins, for all of us, start Shedeur Sanders this week. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I might start him, man. As I really think about it, maybe I should start him. All right, so how do you want to go through this?
I mean, it says you want to start. You want to just go up.
Yeah.
You said you want to start at the bottom.
Yeah,
So
let's do
then
it.
that's Martin's. Number 9 is Scott. I also have Scott going 0 and 3, finishing 4 and 10. His
Yeah.
team's just continuing to struggle outside of
Yeah.
JSN. So
Yeah.
not much else to say
Okay.
there.
And then who do you
8.
got at 8?
8th, I have Daly. I have him going 2 and 1. He could go 3 and 0. His team has been playing well, but
Yeah.
I do have him going 2 and 1, finishing 6 and 8. The aspect of that is still points. Points will keep him,
Yeah.
keep him going higher up. The regular season total points.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. That's
Yeah.
I would be the one he would be competing against there.
Yep, and this is where it does get really interesting with the possibilities
Yeah.
because I have you going 1 and 2. If you go 2
Fuck
and
you.
1, sorry, buddy.
Fuck you.
You have tough matchups at the end of the season. You have to beat either Steve or Emmett
Steve
in
knows
order to
what's
make the
up.
playoffs.
Steve, you know what's up.
And this week,
You just can't let these white boys just run around for everything. You know what's up.
well, we haven't gotten there yet, but I stared at, and we'll talk about matchups later, but because we're getting ahead of it now a little bit, I stared at your and Steve's matchup this week, and I couldn't. Every time I found one thing to try to pick, then I looked at something on another person's team. I'd have to flip a coin. I really don't know who's going to win that matchup between you two. You have some tough matchups with some key players, but you have some really great matchups on other ones. Gibbs should have a great week, but so should. I'm getting ahead of ourselves, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
but
we'll
yeah,
talk about that
so
in a
should
minute,
McCaffrey.
yeah.
So it just kind of. But right now, that's kind of where I landed. But again, if you go 2 and 1, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah. Mealy and I, just so that everyone, Mealy and I play each other at the end of the season. Last
Yeah.
week.
And with that, Mealy I have going 1 and 2. I do anticipate they'll beat Mealy, so that's where I said if you beat Steve or Emmett, then you're in the playoffs. I have Mealy going 1 and 2. His key matchup is Scott, because if he beats Scott, or if he loses Scott, he's probably out of the playoffs. If he beats Scott,
I mean, we
then he's good.
it's deeper than that. We lose respect for you, Mealy.
Well, that's fair. But there's definitely some key aspects going on there.
That's
And then
fair.
after that,
That's fair.
the top 5, the teams that are 7 and 4, all of us are in the playoffs. It's where we end up landing.
Yeah.
So I have Hardy going 1 and 2, finishing 8 and 6. Nothing really to call out there necessarily.
He gets burned by points, I'm assuming, too, right?
That is correct. That is what
That's
really
why he ends up
involved
where
though.
he is. Team's still
Yeah.
good, just gets burned on points.
Yeah, but he's still in the
Can
playoffs.
I just noticed something when I opened up the expanded. I have not used my number one waiver priority this season.
Yeah, I well,
Have not
oh
used
yeah,
it.
you're right. You're right. I
I've
did
had the
look at
number one
that
waiver all
because there
season.
was someone worth picking up this week. Mealy got him, but that's again now where we're not sure about Jacobs, but Emmanuel
Oh, who
Wilson
did
was
Mealy
a
pick
good
up? Mealy,
pickup.
who'd you pick up?
The running back for the Packers that Jacobs got hurt.
Oh, what's his name?
I mean, for the short term, for the next 2 weeks, he's a really good
Oh, he didn't pick
get if
him
you're
up.
trying to make the playoffs.
Oh, there he is. Elijah Wilson? Emmanuel Wilson.
Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh, we'll see.
Mhm.
All right, sorry. I threw us off there.
No, I mean, look, these are things that we're talking about because we're like we said, we're heading to the end of the season,
Yeah.
and really all where all this lands. So next, Steve, I have Steve going 2-1, finishing 9-5. This is really the crux of the league, frankly, because Steve plays you, he plays me, and he plays Emmett, and if he loses to all three of us, he'll still probably make the playoffs, but it's will be the determining factor in who ends up where in
Yeah.
the playoffs. So
Steve, you know what to
Steve
do.
is pretty much like the
One
guy
and,
who
2-1, Steve.
I mean,
Yeah.
If Steve were to go 3-0, he could end up in first place. So it's just all it's kind of anybody's game at this point.
Yeah.
And then above him, I have myself going 2-1, finishing 9-5.
Okay.
I actually predicted that I would lose to Steve next week.
Is this
And
that fucking shit? Like, let me not pick myself and I'll win.
no, I did actually in this. I did look at matchups to actually pick out who I thought would fall where. So I did go through and look at the matchups for the rest of the season, and I have a tough matchup. Jonathan Taylor's going up against Houston, who has the best rush defense in the league, and that's when I play Steve. So yeah.
Okay.
And then Emmett, I have Emmett going 3-0, finishing 10-4 in second place, and then I have Fitz also going 3-0, finishing 10-4, and getting first place on the season. And we kind of went through all this just to remind people that the trade deadline is this Saturday. So if you need to make some moves, if you want to change these predictions in any way, shape, or form, you got to do it now. And Kartik is already on the phone, getting ready to call someone to make a move. So
been on the phone, bro. I've been calling the wrong people.
Well, there are some good players out there, and it might be there might be someone worth talking to in a little bit. It might be time you tell me. You're the man in charge. Is it time for an ad break to call someone and see what they think?
I don't know. Just give me 1 second. Let me just think this through. I'm trying to see if I can pull a trade off right now. You know, I just realized
What?
he's kids, and I think he might be asleep already.
Hi, you've reached Scott Phillips. Sorry I can't get to the phone right now.
That's gonna
Leave your name and a brief message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Mr. Manager, give me a ring when you want to trade JSN. Bye. Leave that shit in. Yeah, let's take an ad break. We'll be back with our fan of the week, right? And it's a doozy. I mean, we got one more fan left in the league. Let's see who we call.
Could be anybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it could be the one person that's left, Dan.
Touche.
Welcome back. So we're just giving a ring. Is he up? Is he on?
No, not yet. I'll give him a call.
Okay, so we're making our call right now for fan of the week. It's someone, I mean, we haven't spoken to in a while.
Number 97359.
That's not great.
07.
Is that how do you
Let
want
me
me to
try
react to
again.
that?
He might be on like do not disturb. Yeah. If you're on do not disturb, if you call and then call again, it goes through.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, we're let's see.
Hello?
Is that our fan of the week? Is that Jake Torricello?
Wow.
Am I saying
That
that
is
wrong?
me.
Is that how do you say his last name? Did I say that wrong?
He would like you to
Torricello?
pronounce your last name
Is
correctly
it
for him.
Torciello?
Torciello. That
Oh
is.
yeah, my bad. I got it on the
proper
second try,
pronunciation.
man. Fuck. I got it right on the second try. So big surprise, everybody. Carter can't fucking read. And also we got Jake for fan of the week. How you doing, Jake?
Doing great, Kartik. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. It's nice to have someone we respect on after last week. God damn. Did you see that episode? Did you listen?
No, I didn't. Please enlighten me on what happened.
Yeah, we had Scott Phillips, the editor of The Independent, on. What a fucking piece of work, right, Dan?
Yeah, he's not much to look at or to listen to, but he tries, and that's what we appreciate
Maybe
about
his
him.
kids want to be around him.
Brutal.
Anyway, so Jake, what's been going on with you? What's new? So, just to let you know how this works is we'll do a little chit chat. Then we will. Sorry, my cat just walked underneath thing. We'll do a little chit chat. Then we'll do some trivia, and then we'll do some pick 'em. And you're gonna just fucking let it ride. Just wing it. We'll tell you what the matchups look like for a fantasy football season in week 12. We'll tell you some of the key players, who the favorite is, and you just make a call on who you like better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
So what's going on? How's school? How's teaching?
Teaching's been pretty good. Can't complain. Kids are good. Classes are fun. Basketball season starts on Monday. We have tryouts, so we're looking forward for a good varsity season. Outside of that, just living life, hooping when I can, and enjoying the sports seasons.
Nice. Stephanie just ran the New York City Marathon like 2-3 weeks ago.
She did. Oh my God, that was incredible. What an amazing day. She killed it. She ran a 4-hour, 45-minute, marathon. And I think the most impressive thing about what she did was she ran negative splits for just about 25, 24 miles, which was, an incredible feat. She worked incredibly hard for it. So I'm super proud of her.
I think that's congratulations to her. Sending some, flowers her way. Fantastic, congratulations! And I just want to say, when you said negative splits, I think Fitz and Scott got hard. I'm going to be real about that. They got really fucking excited when they heard that.
Yes, they do
Jake
love to run.
But yeah, Jake can't see you do this, Dan.
Yeah, but they can and they will.
We gotta send this episode to Jake.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we'll definitely send it through. Jake, there was one thing I wanted to chat about. We talked on the phone the other day, and Jake's in a dynasty league as well, exact same as ours. So they do 4 offensive keepers, 2 defensive keepers, IDP. And there was a trade. He's the commissioner.
Yeah.
And there was a trade between the first and the second place team. And Jake, why don't you kind of tell us what that trade was and what your concern was?
So the trade was the first seed acquired Christian McCaffrey, and the second seed acquired Emeka Egbuka and Stephon Diggs. I saw the trade. Now, mind you, the two people who made the trade live with each other. They are probably going to be engaged in the next couple of months. So they live together in Jersey City. All is well with them. And so I was like, I mean, not only was I concerned with the players that were being traded, but also concerned that it was in the same household. Now, the person who's in first place, who acquired Christian McCaffrey, now has Lamar Jackson, McCaffrey, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride, Quinshon Judkins. He has David Montgomery. He has Hampton on IR. This team is stacked. And so I called Dan because I was like, "Is this should I veto this trade?"
What is it? Real quick, before we get to that, what does the second place team have? So they picked up Egbuka and Diggs. Who do they have at running back?
Yes.
If they gave up
They have Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones.
Man, what the fuck is? God,
I know.
damn.
I know. And now, mind you, they did have Malik Neighbors who got hurt, and then their wide receiver core is Wandale, Stephon Diggs, Emeka Egbuka. Earlier on in the season as well, there was a trade between the same two, where the team that traded Christian McCaffrey traded Devontae Adams for Jaden Daniels. So there's been funky trades going on between these two teams for quite some time.
Did you look back at what the records were before and after like a couple weeks of the Daniels and Devontae Adams trade? Because if they gave them both a huge lift, I mean, that's collusion.
That trade was made week 0. So it was that trade was literally made like 3 days before.
That's a fucking wild trade. Devontae Adams, who's the number 2 wide receiver on the Rams, for Jaden Daniels, who you didn't know. Yeah, I mean, looking back at it at the moment, that's a wild straight-up trade.
Yeah. And and then on top of that, the same team gave Christian McCaffrey for 2 wide receivers, which I don't know. It just seemed funky to me. I understand that she needed wide receivers on her team, but at the same time, could she have just undervalued Christian McCaffrey that much?
Yeah, so I when he and I talked about it, I did say that it depends on, at least looking at it, I said I didn't think it was so glaring that it was something that he could veto. They also, I guess one aspect is they are PPR. Now McCaffrey's a great receiving running back, so whether that matters or not. Being a keeper league, I think that is very different. If this was a regular league, I would be way more concerned by that. It being a keeper league, Egbuka is a rookie, and I think that he has a lot of runway. McCaffrey probably has 2 more seasons left in him, max, I would think. So, if he's playing to win this season, yes. But I think based on the age, it makes it a little bit more of an interesting trade. If I just pulled up, I didn't do this, so I'm just curious about it now. Looking at Fantasy Pros and their keeper rankings, they actually have Egbuka higher than McCaffrey. They have Egbuka at 15 and McCaffrey at 32.
Let me ask this question. Are they both very diligent owners?
He more so than her.
Okay. I find it just weird that usually you can't really make trades happen in a general fantasy football league. They don't happen very often. And have your number 1 seed, your number 2 seed trade with each other is fucking wild.
So I do agree with that, and that's actually in my other league that I'm in with Emmett and Billy McChrystal's league. I'm in second place by a couple points, and the team who's in first place, I drafted all running backs. I have Taylor, I have Henry, I have Cook, I have Swift, and I have...
Is this like a fucking test kitchen? Is that even like the real restaurant? What is this? Let me try this random-ass strategy. Let me get all running backs.
I just decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go all running backs. Running backs is really weak. I'm just going to take nothing. And I have Javonte Williams. The first place team has like nothing but wide receivers. Like no running backs. I'm Russell Brown. Yeah. And my wide receivers have been so bad. I looked, and I've been trying to trade for a wide receiver, and I looked, and I was like, I can't trade with the first place team. I just can't take the risk of me trading with him when he needs running backs. I need wide receivers. I feel like I'm helping him by giving him a running back when he really needs one. I don't know if my upside for his wide receiver is going to be the so that's just me personally. Obviously, them being in the same household, knowing each other, it makes it a little bit easier. You can sweet talk them. I do that to Scott almost every year. Yeah. So, but look. Ultimately, I'm with you.
I was about to say something pretty wild, but I'm on my work laptop as I record this. I'm like, I'm tripping. I might text it to what I was about to say, but I think you know what I was going to say, but I don't think I can say it.
So it's funny. So after this trade went through, midway through Sunday, Stephanie and I were like, let's stir the pot a little bit. So we started sending messages into this.
Let's stir the pot a little bit.
Oh yeah. Wow. So we wanted to see if we could throw them under the bus, maybe cause a little bit of heat, and the league is furious. So it is going.
Oh, everybody's upset about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they made everyone upset about it. Damn, they instigated it. It was fine before they said anything.
It's Stephanie's father and her uncle both said that it has to be the first topic of discussion at Thanksgiving, and it will not become, and we will not talk about anything else until this is resolved, where we're either calling it collusion and there's going to be penalties enforced, or we just move on.
I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. I might ask for an invitation to yours.
I would probably go to that and listen to that. If no one else is going to talk that much about politics, and that's what you're going to talk about, and that's what you're going to really hone in on for a few hours, I'd sit and watch that with popcorn.
Well, if anybody's interested, I'll put it on. I'll do an Instagram live. I'll invite all of you to my private stream.
I'll tell you this.
Oh, God, Jake, live stream this.
Well, let me say this. Jake, you want to come back to small claims? We got access to live stream. So we can put this shit up on YouTube. Everyone can watch. We'll be live streaming that shit. Let me know.
Let's do it.
We'll sell it. Pay-per-view, $150 a view.
Can we get Michelob Ultra to sponsor?
Yeah. We were thinking Guinness, but sure.
Guinness too, that works for me. Maybe FanDuel.
No. I won't put gambling websites on this. I have respect for myself. Do I look like Michael Porter Jr.?
That was good, Parker.
That was good.
I've been on fire today. God, I'm so fucking mentally exhausted too. All right, so should we?
Let's do it.
Let's jump into trivia.
Let's jump into trivia. I'm not good at this. All right. So, first trivia question: what's the only NFL franchise that's never had a 100-game coach? That is so for this team. That means there's been no coach who's been around long enough to coach 100 career games.
It's not even wins. It's just 100
not wins.
Coach.
They've never had a coach for over 100 games. There's only one franchise.
That includes the playoffs?
Yes. Only one franchise has not had over 100-game coach.
Ooh. I'm going to go...
I'm going
to say Arizona.
I was going to say the Cardinals as well. So,
guys, nailing it.
Yeah.
Nailing it.
Right.
That is correct.
Because, you're out here saying shit like, we knew they were who we thought they were. And
that's right. Off the hook. And that is correct. Ken Wisenhunt actually is the leader with 96 games coached. He had 45 wins. He went 45 and 51.
Jesus.
So, yeah, the Cardinals.
He had a bonus about to kick in. He had a performance bonus about to kick in on 100 games. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, but wow, you guys nailed that quickly, both of you. That's impressive.
I mean, the Cardinals are just a travesty, Dan.
I mean, they kind of.
Can we make a petition to get Jacoby Brissett as player coach, and he can become the next, as Reddit would put, the next God Emperor quarterback of the U.S.
Dude, there was a leak today saying that the Steelers and Vikings are both going to aggressively pursue trades for Kyler Murray, and my thought was, why?
Why? Oh, it's so bad.
He's so bad.
It's tough when you're sitting there going, "Wow, man, I might be top 5% of the smartest people in the world." Like, these people are fucking stupid. Like,
they really
why
are.
would you go after Kyler Murray? Man, plays Call of Duty, they reach his fucking playbook.
Yeah, he's too busy playing video games to actually, understand how to win a football game.
He looks like a child. He runs like a kid.
All right, well, I got it.
Let me just say, he's doing what I expect him to do because he looks like a child. I think the fact that we expect him to play football is our fault.
Touche. I mean, at this point, we know better. But here's the next trivia question. This one should be a little bit harder. I mean, I thought the first one was going to take a second. So, On Sunday, Marcus Mariota passed 3 times to Treylon Burks while on the Washington Commanders. Both are former first-round picks by the Titans. In 2018, this other pair of first-round picks by a different team, they were on the same team previously, connected also while then on the Commanders. Who are they?
2018.
Okay, so this is another pair of first round picks from a different team.
Right. So then these former first round picks both also ended up on the Commanders in 2018. So prior to that, they were drafted by the same team by someone else.
Did Alex Smith ever played for the Commanders, the Redskins? Jake?
I think he did.
Yeah, because isn't that where he broke his leg? And he was a first overall pick. He was in the first round. Because I'm thinking, like, you have to have been somewhere else. I mean, he's the only quarterback I can think of that was from somewhere else. I was thinking Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins was drafted by the Redskins, and he wasn't a first round pick.
What about Carson? What about Carson Wentz?
Oh, was he a first round pick?
I think so. That sounds right.
And then who could have been a wide receiver on that team?
Was it Deshaun Jackson?
That's exactly what I was fucking thinking too. Carson Wentz and Deshaun Jackson.
That's a really good guess. It is not correct, but that is a really good guess. They were not on the team at the same time. But you're right. They did both play for the Commanders.
This is like, it's not even the quarterbacks aren't the hard part. It's the fucking wide receivers. Like I don't even know who the wide receivers. Oh, Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin, right? They're wide receivers on the team now.
Did Crabtree play for the Commanders?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
That doesn't seem to be his style. He wouldn't have. That's not him.
I'll try.
He don't do that. Well, I mean, that's not the answer, so we're good. Let's move on.
That's true.
I mean, that's not the answer. Emmett's probably sitting there, already knows the answer.
He's currently thinking about what colleges they played for.
No, Crabtree did not play for the Commanders.
So, all right. So, what other? So, 2018, very specific year, wasn't that long ago.
Is Kirk Cousins playing for that team?
He got drafted by them, so it can't be him. Had it been someone that came over, and he wasn't. I don't believe. Oh no, Kirk Cousins wasn't first round because he got drafted a little bit later in the first round, but it doesn't matter. It can't be him. No, Alex Smith was a quarterback on that team. What about the I don't know, the backup guy that went off for a while? I can't remember his name, but he wasn't a first round pick. Because I remember Alex Smith's leg blowing up.
Yeah,
I think it was on the Commanders. So who did he play with? He was on the 49ers and the Chiefs. Who the fuck was he throwing the ball to? Who the fuck played wide receiver on the Commanders?
They had Pierre Garçon for a while. I remember that.
Kirk Cousins was a 4th round pick.
Oh, it was a 4th round pick.
Yeah. So I will give you a hint.
Can we do Alex Smith, Pierre Garçon? Pierre Garçon's not a first round pick.
Pierre Garçon was on the Colts, but you are right about Alex Smith.
Yeah.
So you just have to figure out who he threw to.
Yeah, we don't know. I think the quarterback part was easy. Like I don't.
So who was a first round pick by the 49ers who caught footballs?
Frank Gore?
No. It's a good guess.
Oh, Vernon Davis.
Is it Vernon Davis?
Yeah. You guys said that almost the exact same time, by the way.
Yeah, I just came to a realization because then when I just threw myself back to
it
Mike
is
Singletary
Alex
at the
Smith
time.
and Vernon Davis.
Yeah,
good
because
job.
Mike Singletary said, "I can't win with them. Can't do it. Can't coach them. Can't win with them."
Yeah, and there is one other pair. I'm just going to give the answer, and then if someone else wants to pause and think it, there is one other pair of quarterback and receiver duo who were first round picks for the Ravens, who then went to another team and also caught balls together on another team. So people can think about that if they want to. But the answer
McNair
is
and Eddie George.
no. It's nice though.
You fucking idiot. No.
It's Flacco and Brashad Perriman, and then they went to the Jets. So yeah,
Flacco was on the Jets. Yo.
Yeah, he jumped around. So that is trivia for this week. Good job. Well done, boys.
Yeah,
well done.
That was fun.
Yeah. And then now we'll head into matchups. So Jake, this is where we go and we pick out who we think is going to win in our league. We can tell you what the projected points is. You can do it just based off of who's smiley, whatever you're feeling.
Perfect.
Yep.
So Kartik, go ahead.
Yeah, let's start with the bottom. We have our 10 seed, Dan Martins, who is 1 and
10. 1 and 10.
1 and 10. Against Daly, who is 4 and 6.
Yeah, Martins is tanking hard this season. He's not.
And let's be very the one win, he beat me.
That is true.
I needed that win.
His one win this season was against Kartik.
I'll call it some of the matchups here. I don't think you really need to try that much, but I will say projected points wise, Daly 121 points to Martin's 90. Right now, Martin still has Dylan Gabriel in for quarterback. I've been begging throughout this entire episode for him to start Shedeur Sanders. I really hope he does because he is starting this week. And then some other players he has are Travis Kelce against Indianapolis. And basically that is his entire team. And on the other side, Daly's got Josh Allen, Zay Flowers, Olave, Travion Henderson, Tracy, who played well last week, and Brock Bowers. So, I mean, he's a solid team. I think he's just had shit luck, too. So, competitive team at the very least.
He lost Malik Neighbors and Hampton for the season, Daly. So.
He did, yeah.
If Martins wins, is he out of last place?
Oh no, he's got last place locked up.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to pick him if that was the case because I would want to jinx his tank.
Nice.
No, I'm going Daly.
I'm also going Daly.
All right, I'm going to take Daly. Just to let you know who's on the bench. Krosky Merritt and Debo Samuel, who are on the Commanders, have a bye this week. But he has Alvin Kamara, T. Higgins, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, and Myles Garrett. So he does not have shit players on his bench, but he is doing what he can to keep some keepers, create something, and just drop Dylan Gabriel and get – I mean, he is like the fucking Browns. He's so many quarterbacks. All right, so we all took Daly. Good luck, Martins, on your adventure to the bottom, or to remain at the bottom. Let's go Scott and Emmett. Emmett is slightly favored, 114 points about to 108. Let me just make sure both lineups look good. So to call out some things for Emmett has Patrick Mahomes against Indianapolis, Justin Jefferson against Green Bay. Egbuka should play. I mean, it seems like he's just a little sick, a little sniffles. He's got the Rams. He's got Bijan against New Orleans and Charbonnet against Tennessee. So, stacked fucking team. Defense is pretty good, too. Still has been a very good defense. And then on Scott's side, he has Jackson Smith and Rico Dowdle, David Montgomery, Kyle Pitts.
I don't think you're giving Jake a lot of confidence. As you're reading through Scott's team, you're pausing and wondering whether you should even mention the players.
What is this team? What is happening? Oh, Devontae Smith. He got Devontae Smith against Dallas. That's a big one.
Sure. I'm taking Emmett.
I'm taking Emmett as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take Emmett as well. I'm sorry for...
no, it's okay. It's a good thing you're not in sales, Kartik. You're like sitting there reading. You're like sitting there reading through the features of what you're selling, and you're like, and it's
not like that.
It's got like a warranty.
If I respect what I'm selling, if I respect what I'm selling, I'm going to sell it. I will want to say just with Emmett's got A-Chain on the bench, who's on bye. Brian Thomas Jr. has kind of been a bust so far this season, but he's still a strong wide receiver. Can't really figure out what the deal is there. So the team's been pretty strong, but his strong lineup is out there. Mm-hmm. All right. let's jump into Fitz and Mealy. So Fitz is one thing that Dan and I haven't mentioned. There are 5 teams in our league that are 7-4.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah.
Really
So toy like a tiger.
Nice.
So we got Fitz against Mealy. Fitz is favored by about 15 points, 125 to 110. What Fitz has, I'm pretty confident Lamar Jackson will play. I mean, because what is his deal? Oh, he's dealing with the ankle issue. But
He's gonna play.
Lamar Jackson's got the Jets. I mean, because he needs to win. They need to win a couple games here, and they'll be fine. So they got the Jets. Devontae Adams got Tampa Bay. Is that Ray Rice? No, Rashi Rice against Indianapolis. Derrick Henry also against the Jets. God damn, the Jets are going to get run the fuck over. I don't know the Josh Jacobs situation, so I'm assuming that's going to probably change. But Josh Jacobs against Minnesota, but still checking out 12 points. And he has Chase Brown against New England, which should be a good matchup for Chase Brown. See what ends up happening. On the other side, Mealy's got Dak against Philly, just to make sure he's questionable. Is his hip, but looks like he's going to play if he practices. And he's got CeeDee Lamb against Philly, so he has that combination, which is very strong. And he's got Jalen Warren against Chicago. That's probably a big one. Like against any running back to go against Chicago, he's been having good games. Brees Hall against Baltimore should be somewhat competitive. The only problem is fucking Baltimore runs it up. Then I don't know what Brees Hall's going to do.
Yeah.
And then here's the one big thing. Mealy picked up Emmanuel Wilson. So if Jacobs does not play, Emmanuel Wilson is the handcuff, and he's on the other side of the matchup. Other than that, I mean, kickers pretty even. Defense, I mean, they're both all right, pretty even. I don't think these are not the 2 best defenses that we have. This is a tough matchup. The score definitely is deceiving, mainly because of Jacobs' injury. You don't know what's happening there. And some of the matchups are a bit are tough.
Well, who are you feeling?
I'm going to pick first. I think I'm going to take. Who do I need to? I need Fitz to win this, right? Yeah, I'll take Fitz.
All right.
I think I'm going to go Fitz as well.
And I'm also taking Fitz. I do hear you on the matchups. Jacobs being hurt is tough for Fitz. I don't think he has a running back really to come off of his bench, but when your 2 best players are going up against Philly's top 5 defense, I just think that makes it pretty tough on Mealy.
Yeah. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson could potentially play. He does have Rachaad White, but I mean, Rachaad White's job is
he lost it
gone after
yeah.
Tucker went off last week on Scott's bench. So like Scott's got one killer in his lineup that can't fucking win in the week, and he needs to trade him. He's got killers on his bench. He doesn't know when to play them. Fucking joke, the independent. Jake, we had Scott on the podcast last week. I think I mentioned that earlier, and like Scott stayed taking shots at us in his little fucking 3-paragraph paper. So I had to go after him again. All right, so we all took Fitz. Good luck, Fitz. I think we all need Mealy to lose, right? Generally speaking. I mean, that would benefit all of us. No, it just benefits me.
It would benefit you, yeah. It benefits you.
Just me. All right, so let's do – did we do Steve and I yet? No. Oh,
nope.
No, we did. No.
Nope.
Oh, we didn't do Steve and I. Okay, so I am oh, no. Fitz – Scott, sorry. Steve is slightly favored, 122 to 119. So Steve, he's got Daniel Jones against Kansas City, Amon-Ra St. Brown against the Giants. So that should be good for him. Metcalf against Chicago, which could be pretty good. I mean, that secondary is okay.
We're not sure if Rodgers is going to play or not.
That's a big piece there. McCaffrey against Carolina. Oh, no. Is he at Carolina? No. He's at San Francisco Monday night. Etienne is questionable at the moment, and he's got Arizona. I mean, let me just tell you what's his deal. Shoulder. So I think they think he's going to play. He's got Mark Andrews against the Jets. I mean, they're going to throw it. They're going to run it. A lot's going to happen there. He's got Pickens against Philly. Damn, that game's going to be pretty electric. I mean, hopefully, because the Dallas defense is pretty bad. And then his defense is pretty mediocre. It's pretty good. Kicker is Jake Elliott. On my end, I got Drake May against Cincinnati. I got Puka against Tampa Bay. Nico Collins against Buffalo. So both of those pretty tough matchups. Jahmyr Gibbs against the Giants. So hopefully that works out for me. Genti against Cleveland, which, oh boy, that fucking Cleveland defense is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
TJ Warren against Kansas City, so I do expect something there. So hopefully Daniel Jones, if he's throwing touchdowns, he's throwing.
Warren is good. That was a great draft pick.
And I am sliding Cooper Kupp into the starting lineup this week just to see what happens. I might throw Brandon Knight in there. I got to figure that out. And then my kicker is, I can't pronounce his name, but it's a New England kicker. So, I mean, matchup-wise, I think this matchup is pretty even. And I don't have any injury concerns right now in my lineup. I don't really think Steve does either, to be frank. Because I think Etienne will play. So, yeah, I think this one's a bit more of a coin flip. I'm obviously needing this win. I'm going to pick myself.
Right. Yeah, Kartik, I think I'm favoring your team as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you heard?
See,
against the Giants.
The only thing that really stood out to me from Steve's team is Amon-Ra against the Giants. I think that your team is pretty. I think that your team has good enough matchups where you're just going to get solid and big confident performances from everybody. I'm taking your side.
Yeah, it's not the sexiest team in the world, but I'm expecting. That's what I hope for. So we will. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. I'm 100% with you. I mean, we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. To me, this is basically matchup of the year. This is huge. Yeah. It's a coin flip to me because I stared at this matchup for honestly 15 minutes trying to decide who I was going to pick earlier. And Drake May against Cincy could have a great game. That defense is terrible. And then Gibbs against the Giants, again, I could see a 30-point game from him.
Yeah.
And then when I look at the other side, I'm looking at that and okay, well, I'm St. Brown against the Giants, all right. And then McCaffrey against Carolina could have a huge game. If Etienne's healthy.
Well, it could be tough. Like, we talk about Carolina defense. I mean, they're right down the middle. They're 15-15 on both passing and they're not a great defense. I don't mean to say that. It is an interesting crapshoot usually with Carolina.
Yeah, I think one of the aspects, and I'd be curious to see, let me check real quick, because one of the things there is how their defense does when they have to travel, because going across the country is always tough.
Well, they're playing Monday night.
Okay.
So they get an extra day. That's the main difference.
Yeah. I mean, last week they got burned by Bichon.
Wait, I thought if you go out west, it's not bad. It's going east.
Going east, is that what it is?
Which is because your hours are shifting.
Bichon put up 100 yards and 2 touchdowns against them last week and 40 yards.
I just realized Sherlock. You see Sherlock?
No.
On my shoulder.
Oh, I see him now. Yeah. So that was kind of where I was at, and then the Cup thing was a little concerning to me. Whereas Pickens, I feel like puts up more points, and then Genti against Cleveland.
Yeah.
And again, then I look and I say Daniel Jones against KC. This is just such a tough matchup where I ended up landing. I ended up going Steve, but I could look at this matchup and I change my mind every single time. So
you're taking Steve right now, or you're taking me?
I'm taking Steve right now,
okay.
But it could be different in another 10 minutes. But I'm taking Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that. I think Steve's team, I feel like if Steve's going to win with that roster and those matchups, he's going to win big. Like, he's got the explosive players where Amon-Ra can put up a 40-point game against the New York Giants, and I think like someone like Genti against Cleveland, I feel like is going to have 50 yards and a touchdown with maybe a couple of catches, and if he doesn't, there's a good chance he gives you 2 or 3 points because there's one thing that Cleveland's good at. It's playing defense.
That's exactly where I was landing too, which I was like, I can see Genti putting up 4 points. And I can see Cooper Kupp putting up 4 points.
Let's not speak it into existence. Let's just
man.
Out there.
At the same time, look, DK hasn't had more than 4 points in the past 3 weeks, so it can go that way too.
Yeah, but he might be mad that I got rid of him. I heard he'd been talking about me.
Yeah.
So just want to say one thing before we move on to our last matchup which is Dan Hardy. Steve, check your Venmo. I owed you some money. You remember that one time? I sent it over. So just take a look.
So just remember
you know
that.
what to do about it. All right, let's hop back into this. We got Hardy against Dan. Dan is favored by about 13 points, maybe just about 120 to 107. Things to call out on Dan being on the favorite side. I mean, he's Jameson Williams against the Giants. So one of these fucking lines are about to fucking go off. He's got Mayfield against the Rams. I think he'll play. Oh, they're both sick. What the fuck? What are they sick? They
I don't know.
Kiss each other? What's going on? Stephon Diggs against Cincinnati. Good game last week. He's had a good couple games recently. Drake may throw him the ball. I think for Dan, Stephon Diggs is a good play there. Kyron Williams against Tampa Bay. Jonathan Taylor comes back after a bye week against Kansas City. So, good God. Kittle against Carolina should be good. Wonderful game last week. Javonte Williams still very, very happy that he's playing well. So pretty good matchups. Good team. Like real opportunity for Boom. To be frank, I do want to point out. Sorry, I didn't say this. Hardy does have a defensive back missing on average about 5 points. So really, Dan's got about an 8-point favorite. He probably has a 58% chance of winning. All right. On Hardy's side, we have Matt Stafford against Tampa Bay, which is pretty cool to see Mayfield and Stafford go against each other. Should be good.
Yep.
McMillan, Carolina wide receiver against San Francisco. He had a good game last week. I don't know what's going to happen there. Shaheed, didn't he just get traded? No, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
To Seattle?
This will be his second week on Seattle, I believe.
So he's figuring it out. He is not projected for many points right now. Just at 4 points, but they're playing Tennessee. Darnold's coming off of a 4-pick game. If Darnold is trying to be anywhere near an MVP consideration and finish in the top 5, he's going to have a bounce-back game. And I think that's a good fucking place to do it. And they're at Tennessee. He has Jared Cook against Houston. Tough running defense. Saquon Barkley against Dallas. I think this is the game that Saquon has a big game. Let me just see. Did they play Dallas already? They did. He had 14 points week 1. Then he has Trey McBride. McBride had a fantastic game last week. He just played Jacksonville this week. So maybe he has a nice game too. Generally across the board, you are pretty even on defense for the moment, and you're even at kicker. So from my perspective, I do expect Barkley to have a really good game, but I think the matchups work a little bit better for Dan than for Hardy. I'm just worried Hardy's wide receiver spots are tough. Just on Hardy's bench, as a quick note, Bucky Irving's questionable. If he comes back, maybe you play him. Yeah, but he does not have much wide receiver depth at all in the bench. And Dan, Dan's got Judkins on the bench, Christian Watson on the bench, and A.J. Brown on the bench. How the fuck did we let this happen again? Anyway.
Dude, I think I played A.J. Brown 3 games all season.
Yeah, it's fine. You have A.J. Brown on your bench. I will take Dan this week.
I have absolutely no faith in any Eagles players as being like the crux player for your team. I feel bad for every Saquon Barkley owner out there, but if Saquon Barkley is supposed to be he needs to have a big game guy, I'm going Dan.
It's fair.
If I need to say, let me be very clear about something. In real life, if I was coaching a team and I had Saquon Barkley, I need a big game, I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. I'm going to take outside Jonathan Taylor, I'm taking Saquon Barkley.
Kartik, I don't know about you, but if I need a big game from a guy, I'm going Andre Iguodala.
What is it? Martians?
Fate of the universe.
Fate of the universe.
What is it? Yeah, Martian
Iguodala. How can you be on a network that has Stephen A. Smith and you got and Kendrick Perkins and you got the wildest and you had Paul Pierce and you've had the wildest take of all time?
They gave him like a little. Here's $1,000. Is what you're saying this week. Like that show is.
No, I think
We
he
can say
just
more
said,
outrageous things.
I think he honestly just said it. What do you think, Sherlock?
I don't think so.
What do you think?
I don't think at all.
On that topic, real quick, I had my AP European seniors for our absolutism unit. They had to make a first take segment about who the greatest monarch of all time was in European history.
Oh, actually, that's kind of fun.
And one kid dressed up as Stephen A. Smith, and like he wore a bald cap, like half of a bald cap, so he had the huge forehead. And like he looked down with his eyes like peering right at the camera and talked about how Louis XIV is the greatest of all time.
That's phenomenal. Way to commit. Love that.
Right.
On this Stephen A. Smith thing, I saw I sent Dan like 5 fucking Instagram like direct message like posts on Instagram to him because there's this basketball page that has some of the best fucking jokes I've ever seen in my life. And there's this one though I don't think I sent it to Dan was Stephen A. Smith says no disrespect goes on to fully disrespect this player, and it was I think it was Kwame Brown.
Yeah, it's Kwame Brown. Which I mean, he's right.
Yeah, but you can't say by no disrespect and then go on to disrespect them.
Well, I think that's actually my favorite. That's Ricky Bobby in he says with all due respect. You can't just say with all due respect and then say whatever you want. Like
and
that's
he screams it, right? He goes, no, with all due respect, with all due respect.
Yeah. Stephen A. All right, so my pick is Hardy.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons.
Because you're a fucking piece of shit.
Jake, every time I've picked myself, I've lost this season, so I've committed to only picking everyone else. So
fair enough.
And it's been going well once I no longer picked myself. So sticking to it.
So Jake and I have taken Dan.
Yeah,
and
I'm not
Dan has taken Hardy. But Hardy, just remember, he doesn't believe in you. He's a terrible person. He makes the pick, but he picks himself by picking the other person. He's a terrible person.
Yep.
Garbage.
No problem with that. I do what needs to be done.
Oh, does Jake know the big news?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, I finished my senior manager. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, Dan got a house.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jake, so, I mean, really appreciate you joining us this week. We know Daly couldn't make it. We look forward to calling him next week. Daly, I'm going to do my best to ensure that we have a time that's a lot earlier in the fucking day. So hopefully kind of schedule's a little bit better. But apologies for not getting you on here sooner. But Jake, really appreciate you standing in. Fantastic having you. We killed it on the trivia. Do you have any final words before we hang up on you?
Instagram Live, be there. It'll be on Thursday, Thanksgiving, 4 p.m. I do think that it deserves a spot on the quad box, so make sure that you have your NFL ticket ready, so that way you can watch the Torciello Genis Tribunal of the.
Dude, maybe we should do a small claims fucking.
How much is the pay-per-view for this? Because
$150.
I'm signing up.
For everybody in your league, it'll be free. Promo code will be #McCaffgate. Please make sure that you drop by, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Oh, don't worry. We like and subscribe.
Well, Jake, thank you very much. We will speak to you soon. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Tell Stephanie we say hey.
I will. Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya. So, everybody, that was Jake Torciello.
Nailed it.
So, we're learning. With that in mind, I'm thinking, hey, should we live stream a little bit on Thanksgiving? I mean, no one's going to fucking watch. But that would be... I'm not going to fucking go anywhere, so I'll be here. So, yeah, maybe. Maybe I just go a cappella.
Do it.
Still, and then just live stream. I don't have to do any editing. Just me and this guy right there. You guys see him?
Yep.
Him? There he is. Fucking eyes and all that. All right. So this was a very long episode, but it was wonderful having Jake on. Dan, any final words?
Nope. No, I mean, just curious to see if anyone makes any trades with the remaining days on the clock. And best of luck to everyone. It's been a thrilling season so far.
Yeah, Scott, make sure you check your voicemail. Steve, check your Venmo. Everybody, have a wonderful day, whenever you end up listening to this. Good luck for the last couple weeks. We look forward to talking to you again next week. Bye.